Welcome to Comfort Hour number 2. This will be my only video for tonight. So it's not really going to be a prep show. It's more of a chit chat as I get ready because I'm going to put on Spider-Man 2099, do a couple of TikToks, and go to hell to sleep. I do have to engage with employment tomorrow. And it's got to make some freaking phone calls about military tax papers and shit because I don't have them. I don't know who to contact, but the IRS letter got me even more confused than it was before. So, it's a long story. Anyway, I want to talk about people getting too big for their britches in my family here. Alright, because there was an incident with me and my nephew this morning. And it's not like this has not happened to me before. It's not like I haven't been expecting it, because it has happened to me before. After all, I'm on my, I guess you could say, my second generation of nephews. I'm on my second generation. I have a third and now a fourth generation since my youngest sister just had her fourth baby. Cute little boy with lungs, screams loud. So, let's see. Okay, so my third youngest sister's oldest child took it amongst himself to raise his voice at me. Rule number 1, don't pick on somebody just because you got a little bit of size on you and don't know what the hell an actual fight is. This seems to be a thing that all of my nephews before him has made, and I guess a couple of more after him will probably attempt. Where is that damn thing? This thing. Understand something. At 48 years old, I've been around the block. I know my way around a fight. And my nephews, they all have some size on them. I gotta stand up. All my nephews have some size on them. My younger ones is getting a little height, but the one I'm speaking of is taller than me. He's just as skinny as I am, but he's still taller than me. And so I guess he assumes that gives him some kind of superpower. As his 3 cousins who were nephews before him has also attempted this I'm bigger than you bullshit. I'm only going to say this one time to everybody. If you think the size matters, then it's a you problem. Size doesn't matter to me because everybody's bigger than me. Everybody. Everybody born in this generation and born in my generation and born in a generation before that. They're all bigger than me. But I have a policy that I live by and that I am more than willing to die by. It ain't how hard you hit, it's where you hit. And the bigger you are, the harder I'm going to hit you. And I'm going to hit you, as I quote my dead father, quick, fast, and continuously, with bad intentions. Every time this piece of my body touches any piece of your body, I'm trying to rip you in half. If that sounds too hardcore or too brutal for you, then you ain't seen nothing yet. See, the thing about the truth is really quite simple. I have to force myself to keep my hands here. You have no idea how learning how to fight from the age of 6 to the age of 12 and doing martial arts from the age of 7 until 48 affects your skill level. I got some military training before I went to the military. I got some military training in the military. My cat card is real. My dog tags is real. I learned that pussy ass BJJ in Delta Company. I learned Taekwondo in fucking Bravo Company. I wasn't in golf long enough to even be considered a member of golf. But just understand something. There's a lot more to fighting than just throwing punches and kicks. Alright? Every good martial artist will tell you your skill level is probably the most important thing before you ever touch A Thundercat sword. That was a joke. Any weapon, your skills better be up to par before you even put your hands on a weapon. Because truth be told, any weapon you bring to a fight, someone who's better with that weapon than you is going to take that weapon from you. And they're going to make you wish you were never born. So again, all of my nephews tend to have this problem that I'm bigger than you, so I can whoop your ass. And I have had to prove to a few of them quite a few times, you don't know what a fight is. You think you know what a fight is. And yeah, anybody can get lucky on any given fucking day. But with me, you're going to have to work. It's just that simple. I'm tougher than I look. I might not be as smart, but I am tougher than I look. I've been in enough fights to know how to survive a fight without losing. I also know how to fight in the dojo and out of the dojo. When I make a video and I tell you about the 70-30, where the 30% that works outside the dojo only works outside the dojo, and the 70% only works inside the dojo. I'm that enigmatic motherfucker that knows how to do them both. Alright? I don't have a black belt. But yet again, what is a black belt? It's just part of the fucking uniform. Because I have beaten black belts in sparring matches. And if I've beaten any black belts on the streets, I have not known if they were black belts, and I don't give a fuck. Because see, on the streets, it's you or it's me, and it ain't going to be me. Pure and simple. If I get a hold of you, it's done. And I'm not taking you to the ground. You're going to the ground. But you're going to fall because of gravity. I'm going to break your elbows, and I'm going to break your kneecaps. And if that doesn't slow you down, my first hit to your sternum or your solar plexus or your throat is going to. I know where to hit you. I know how much force I need so that I don't break your goddamn neck. But when you're in the middle of a fight, do you think that shit matters? Because it don't. The only thing that has saved my nephews from me totally annihilating their asses is the fact that they are blood. That's it. And as I told them, these motherfuckers on the street make me look soft. So don't be a badass at your own family if you can't be a badass on the street. Because I ain't about that shit. I don't pick on nobody. I don't pick on nobody on the streets. I don't pick on nobody in the family. But I'm only going to walk away one time. One time. And you have one warning. Your first, middle, and only. That's it. If I warn you that one time, take the warning. Walk away. Save yourself pain and suffering. I know you guys are probably thinking this is a monologue. Let me tell you something. I ain't that good of a fucking actor. I know my limits. Here's how real life works. Boom. If your chin is strong, you take another one. Boom. If your chin is weak, you eat the street. I understand how that shit works. If you got a glass jaw, you're going down. Now, there are some cats with a glass jaw that can take a hit. But how many can they take is the question. When I was younger, I never thought I was good at martial arts. Never. Until I was 15 years old. I always thought I was mediocre at best. And then I got into a fight almost every day in 1 week. The last fight, I fought a Goliath. That means I fought a guy who was way bigger than me. I was 15, he was 13. But this motherfucker was Colossus. Me and him still cool. Now, I'm not going into details on that story. I had a pair of golf cleats. I still have them golf cleats. They saved my ass against that Goliath. There were many factors at play. He wasn't a fighter, for one. That's probably what really made it easier for me to win. He had asthma, for two. I had been studying him since our first argument and conflict. And I had told him, one day we will have a fight. It's not going to work out the way you think. Now, I wasn't bluffing, but I also couldn't see into the future. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, this big burly motherfucker's going to whoop my fucking ass. So when we had to fight, it was like my soul left my body. And I was watching it as the fight unfolded. And though I won the fight, it was just unbelievable. But from that day, nobody in West Haven ever fucked with me again. Except for when we went to school. When we got into high school, I wasn't living over there no more. because my family moved out and I didn't know it until I came back home. When I came home from Smithfield, we had to come over to Rougemont, which is where we currently are. My first week back from Rougemont, I had to choke another big motherfucker out in the park 3 times in 10 minutes. The first 7 minutes was me trying to go away from him. When I stepped to my left, he stepped to his right. I stepped to my right, stepped to his left, and I said, look, dude, I don't want to hurt you. I'm 5'1.5", maybe 5'2" at the time. He every bit of 5'8", 5'9", laughing in my face. And when he went to grab me, I spun behind him like a little spider monkey, and I put him in a chokehold. This one right here. I let him go. I fucked up. I showed him mercy. He grabbed me again, spun behind him, put him in a chokehold. This one right here. I fucked up. I showed him mercy twice. Twice. Me and him, we good now. But on that third time, when he decided that he wasn't going to let me leave that park, that was it. And this all started because this was his neighborhood and he was top dog. My response to that was real nice and polite. I don't give a fuck about the neighborhood. I'm from the projects. You can have this fucking neighborhood. Just don't fuck with me and my family and we good. And he proceeded to go, this is my neighborhood. You, your family, and everybody involved belongs to me. On some real gangster shit. He only found out one problem. You can be gangster all you fucking want until you cross that motherfucker that don't give a fuck. So when I put him in the third and final chokehold, it was this one. See that little tiny space right there? That's where his neck was. My knees were in his back each time I put him in a chokehold. Knowing how to disfigure a person is something that I know very well. If I tell you something and you take it as a grain of salt, that's on you. But the real question is, what do I gain from lying to you? Absolutely fucking nothing. Because 9 times out of 10, if somebody's story is too great, probably is a lie. But the real question is, are you willing to bet your life that someone is lying to you? A couple of years go by, another guy who had a reputation for knocking out adults. I had looked at his girlfriend. I didn't know she was his girlfriend until that day. So, he decided, when I go to the gas station to get some soda for my mom, that he was going to attack me. We only had verbal altercation. Because I laid down some facts to the fucker real fucking quick. He's like, you know who I am? And I said, yeah. I'm going to give you his initials. G. D. I believe his last name was D. Anyway, not God. Just D and a D. I'll tell y'all this story before. Anyway, guy's first name is Greg. Anyway, Greg's girlfriend lived at the house at the corner. I didn't know she was his girlfriend. And I'm no homewrecker. Because I've had my relationships wrecked plenty of times before by people that wanted to do what he thought I was going to do with his girlfriend. I didn't even know his damn girlfriend. I knew her face. I didn't know her name. I was learning her name. I learned it real well that day. So, I got a bottle of soda in my hand. And I'm leaving the cab station. He chops up and says, I'm going to fuck you up. Heard you've been talking to my girlfriend. My dumb ass like, dude, I don't know your fucking girlfriend. I'm just trying to go home. I'm going to take this bottle and I'm going to go home. He proceeds to threaten me. And he goes, first I'm going to fuck you up. Because you're looking at my girlfriend. Then I'm going to beat your ass some more for bragging rights. You know who I am. And I told him who he was. I said, yeah, Greg, I know who you are. He said, you know what I do? I said, yeah, you supposedly knocked out some grown-ass men. He said, I didn't just supposedly did it. I did it. And you fucking next. I said, well, before you swing, 2 things you need to know. First, my kung fu is real. Second, it's going to be real hard to knock me out when you're dead. He's like, what? I said, you know there's a Pepsi bottle in my hand, right? I'm going to break this bitch on your motherfucking face. Then I'm going to cut your throat with the left of it. Then I'm going to take whatever money you got in your pocket and I'm going to go back and buy my mother another motherfucking soda. So you want to roll with this train, but you can do this. But before you do, the third thing. How do you know that those grown-ass men that you knocked out could even fight. Say maybe you caught them sleeping. Maybe you caught them on a bad day. But I'm in a bad fucking mood. And I ain't here to fight you. But if you want to fight me over a piece of pussy that I ain't even gonna get, well, I hope she worth it. When you get to heaven, you make sure you tell them James Williams Jr. sent you there with this glass bottle. Because not only am I going to fuck your shit up, I'm going to kill you. Because you're knocking out grown-ass men. I'm 15, 16 years old. I'm not a grown-ass man. If I kill you today on this street, I promise you I won't do a damn lick of time in jail. Because I'm trying to go home. You attacking me. The way the law works is, that's a clear-cut case of self-defense. I've never broken the law a day in my life outside of a speeding ticket. You want to rumble? We gonna rumble. But I'm gonna kill you. Because you want to beat my ass over some pussy that I ain't even gonna get. I hope it's worth it. He thought about that shit. And then he walked away. Then I walked away. I walked right by him and went on home. I was expecting him to jump me from the back, but he didn't. He was alright after that. I meant what I said. I was going to kill him. See, the thing about me is, I was forced to fight. It wasn't a choice. No, there was no options with me. When my homework was done, my uncles picked me up, and off to the fights we went. I didn't get a say in the fucking shit. I didn't get to choose what I wanted to do. I didn't get to back away from that shit because they lived on a, you beat his ass or we beat your ass. And all of my uncles on my mom's side is well over 6 feet tall. My little scared ass from the age of 6 ain't been bigger than 4'11" until I hit about 15, 16 years old when I started to grow. 5'3.5" now. So your size don't mean shit to me. Because as long as you can breathe, I can hurt you. I can hurt you even more by stopping you from breathing. Now all of y'all gonna look at this video and say, oh, you full of shit, you full of shit. Hey, believe what you want. I'm not here to make believers out of you. But I have proven people wrong before. So let's just leave it at that. Because I know I got a couple of keyboard warriors that are looking for me. But like I said to them, this is a warning, not an invitation. If you come all the way across town, if you come all the way across the country to pick a fight with me, when you don't fucking know me, you will get to know me. But before you do that, let me give you your first, last, and only warning. Make peace with whatever God you believe in. Make peace with your family, because you ain't going home. I might spare you. You might go home. You might not go home. In fact, if I do spare you, you will be going home via ambulance. And after you get out of the hospital, you will be riding for the rest of your life in a wheelchair with a straw. Now, whether that straw is up your ass or in your mouth is up to you. Because there's 365 pressure points in the human body. 250 of them motherfuckers will kill you dead. Newsflash. I know the 250 of them that will kill you dead. So for those who don't believe in Kenpo and don't believe in pressure points, hey, fuck around and find out. I just got to get through your defenses. See, that's the thing that people leave off from martial arts. If you got a good defense game and I can't get through to your blocks, if I'm throwing everything and you block everything, I got to work. I got to work hard. That's why I said my targets are simple. Your throat and your sternum, because that controls the air. Your elbows and your knees, because that controls the flow of blood. Let me see if I got enough light in this thing. Because I meant to make a video about this, but I didn't. Alright. See my elbow? Light might be fucking it up, actually. Alright. See my arm? See all that? That is controlled by your elbow. Did you see it? See down in there? And see up there? All of that is controlled by your elbow. So for those who don't want to give Kenpo the honor and respect that it is due, understand one thing. I break your elbow, this don't work no more. I break your elbow, I break your wrist, you got a problem. You're one weapon down. I'm going to do the same thing to your motherfucking knees. Because breaking your femur and breaking your calf is only going to slow you down. I plan on stopping you permanently. After I do that, I have some bones back here I intend on totally dislodging from your spine to make sure that you can't do anything else to anyone else as long as you got that badass mentality and think that you're going to be Billy Badass coming after a guy who's only 5'3". Well, whatever happens to you is not on me. It's on you. Because nobody told your ass to think that you're somebody that you're not. You're going to decide to come all the way across the country, or all the way across the world, or all the way across town, or whatever state you're in. Understand, if you're going to look for trouble, usually when you are looking for trouble, you wind up finding it, and you wind up paying the price that you don't want to pay. That being said, just because you're bigger than someone, don't think you can whoop their ass. Just because you've been in a few scraps does not make you a fighter. Again, I didn't choose this path. It was chosen for me. I chose martial arts so that I can get better at fighting. So that one day, that if my uncles decided they were going to beat my ass, it won't going to work out the way they planned it. See, fear is a mind killer. And when you are a child and you are scared, you can become very fucking dangerous. And just in case, no, I did not write this script and I did not take this from Thane Krios from fucking Mass Effect. This is my fucking life. From the ages of 6 to 12, my uncles on my mother's side only. And only one uncle didn't do it. The other ones did it. They were down with child fights. The uncle that was my favorite uncle never did that shit. Which is why after my dad broke all this bullshit up, I started spending every weekend at his house with my cousin R-Dog. So, trust me when I tell you, fighting ain't always a choice. Sometimes it's all we got. And if you're going to fight somebody, you don't want to fight somebody who the only damn thing they've ever been good at is fighting people. Winning, losing, fighting people. I never lost those fights as a child. I never lost any fights outside the ones that my big sister threw me. My big sister whooped my ass all the fucking time, and Kung Fu ain't got shit on the windmill. Alright, the most dangerous fighting style on earth is the windmill. I don't care what nobody say. This shit right here, it don't work. Alright? This shit right here didn't work much. So like I said, ain't nothing more dangerous than that motherfucking windmill. Yeah, my big sister beat my ass, dragged me down the steps with my ankles, all kinds of shit. So, I'm tough as fuck because of people that fucking chose that I was gonna fight. Not my choosing. I just adapted and survived. Don't pick a fight with a motherfucker that you think is fake. Because they might surprise your shit. Don't pick a fight with a motherfucker that done watched you grow up from a damn baby to an adult. Because I know more about you than you know about you. Because unlike you, I changed your diapers, you ain't changed mine. And this is the problem that my nephews and them had. This is the problem that other people had who were bigger than me. Underestimating anybody can cost you a fight. Try to remember that. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Enjoy your night while I jump in this damn suit and make a couple of TikToks. Be seeing ya.